Hello, dear AI enthusiasts. I know usually things are different here. I am Seldo from Germany, and I run a very elaborate German YouTube channel and the AI Info channel in 6 languages. So far, but the AI Info channel has been entirely AI generated, with compact information, read by an AI voice. In the future, I will also translate the elaborately produced German videos into your language. There will still be the classic videos, but increasingly you will see my face. What do you think of this change? Feel free to write your opinion about it in the comments. And now let's start with the first original video that I am translating into your language. Amazing. Creating a video from an image that is immediately voiced over, has high quality, instant lip sync, and all of this for free. This is Hunyuan Custom, the highlight of the day, and it is open source and multimodal. And with that, welcome to Independent Friends. Hunyuan Custom, the latest from Tencent. A milestone in video generation that we will take a closer look at today. Let's see how the cappuccino tastes with this update. We're diving right in. Let's go. Hunyuan Custom is an architecture for AI videos that not only understands text, but can also use images, videos, and even audio to create a completely personalized video for you. The whole thing also works with consistent characters and even multi-reference. You can even use multiple characters for your video, and they remain consistent throughout the entire video. For example, this video shows an ultra-realistic selfie scenario in a large Chinese city. This person was used as a reference here. What is particularly noteworthy is the multi-reference feature. When we look at this video, we see that the packaging of the chips, which was given as a reference, actually remains consistent. And the person also looks very natural. The water in the background, perfect reflection and perfect water movement. Wow. Using 2 people as a reference also works. This naturally appearing conversation, where the shadow does what a shadow needs to do in the background, blurred people, so there can be depth of field, a camera setting, and the eye contact is slightly off. If you look closely, she doesn't look him 100% in the eyes, but very close to it. Eye contact is quite difficult for AI models. Video models are hard to access, expensive, and if they don't cost much, they aren't as good or have watermarks. This open source solution is exactly what we need, which will eventually allow us to make real quality films with it. Which video model are you currently using? Do you have a favorite video model, or are you still searching? Personally, I am thrilled and use FramePack F1, which is based on Hunyuan, and I hope that FramePack F1 will eventually get the Hunyuan Custom model. What makes it so special? Well, the method by which it works, the large multimodal, is what makes it so special. This is well explained in this architecture diagram. Here is the goal, the video, and these are the different ways you can reach it. Through an image, through a text prompt, through a video. So you can make a video into a video, and you can create videos with subjects directly voiced. So an audio-driven up generation. In this example, with the consistent character, not only is the person consistent, but also the lighting and the environment are consistent. This means you can tell a consistent story with your character. Not to mention what an astonishing quality this is. It really looks very good. This could perhaps be our tool to generate movie trailers. Speaking of movie trailers, the AI movie trailer competition is in full swing. The first submissions are incredibly strong. Do you want to participate or just see what the community has created? Then check out the first pinned comment. Compared to the competitors, they haven't held back. And to me, it doesn't look like they've cherry-picked, because the competitors are also making solid videos here. As a reference, this image was created with the prompt, a man listening to music and cooking snail noodles in the kitchen, achieving the following results. With Hunyuan Custom, everything in the prompt was fulfilled, even though it was a very short one. With Kling, presumably 1.6, music is being listened to but not danced to. Additionally, his kitchen is much more nicely furnished. With Vidu, we have a nicer kitchen, but very little movement, which is really a problem. I find Pika quite likable, but the reference characters don't really stand out in this example. With Hailu, he has changed clothes and is making the noodles with his hands. So this is the loser in this example. And I can't tell you what he's doing there in Skyrius. Something is completely off there, but the reference character is the same. Well, in this example, they clearly win. I find it a pity that 1-to-1 wasn't tested here, but at least we have vase included down here. with the prompt, in an outdoor cafe, a woman wearing a dress, enjoying a delicious dessert. She sits in a comfortable armchair with a cup of coffee in her hand, her face full of happiness. In this case, the dress was given as a reference and not the person. And lo and behold, of course, their result is good, but in this case, I would say that Kling is actually a bit better, more cinematic. This is also very nicely done by Vidu. In Pika art, the cup is placed on the lap and a fork spawns in the hand. So, at first glance, not so bad, but these unnatural spawns unfortunately make the whole thing sad again. Skyrius has no interest in the dress and puts something else on the lady, and Vase, which is more about movement structures, also has no interest in the dress and the cup with saucer. Very cool. Another feature that must be highlighted is the multi-subject video customization. This means you can create a video with multiple subjects. We have already done this in some portals like Kling or Pika. With credits, you can do it quite solidly there as well. Having this as open source is, of course, a liberation in that regard. This is exactly what was missing. In this case, the cat was turned into a painting that the lady is painting. Very funny, very cool. Reference at this point. The movements of the lady are rather natural, including how she holds the brush, even though it doesn't make sense. To paint the cat with this huge lacquer brush, very promising, friends. Another multi-reference example, very consistent tiger and very consistent character at this point. Compare the tiger's fur pattern. This is actually a one-to-one match with this tiger, and the funny thing is that this pattern doesn't glitch at all. I would have thought it would mutate as it moves. No, very consistent. But one of the special features is that it can do video-driven generation. That means you can input a video and create a new video from it. That's a special feature that not many offer. Here, in this case, you have a reference photo, a source video, and then the teddy bear is replaced by the plush toy wolf. So this is the original video that was input. There are two children playing and the teddy is lying down and wiggling a bit. Then this image was inserted, and as a result, we have this. The wolf was now configured more like the teddy. So now it looks more like a teddy bear with gray hair. It's still an impressive subject replacement. Is replacement even a word? This hat video is also quite impressive. Here we can pay attention to whether the face remains consistent. So instead of the magician's hat, this funny Mickey Mouse hat is supposed to be put on. This is how the whole thing looked at the beginning. A classic magician's top hat. And now this is the Mickey Mouse cap. Yes, well, I do notice some difference in the magician's face. Let's take a closer look. Yes, right? So it wasn't just the hat that was replaced. At least they're honest and put that on the website. So while a character is moving, changing their clothes, I imagine that more as something for the end of 2025. That this is already possible now is rather difficult. Then there's the audio-driven customization. This means you can create a video with sound, and we'll take a look at that as well, because that's another special feature. The prompt, a single person in the dressing room, a woman who is holding a lipstick, trying it on and introducing it. And the spoken text and the lip sync were automatically generated. Listen to this.
宝子看这里，这款口红显色高，气质瞬间提升。
I see here that this ventilation looks very good. Then quite from what she said, I don't agree with her. Joking aside, I didn't understand a word either. Same reference character, just with a different outfit in a bakery. A woman holds a cake and presents it. So he says,
宝子们造型精美的蛋糕，颜值口味双在线。
impressive lip sync at that point. I think the way the lady speaks seems more natural and less of that exaggerated artificiality. Or what do you think? The cool thing is it also works with music, with the prompt. A woman plays a bridge and sits in an ancient town and sings. That's what came out of it. That's also exactly my favorite part of the song. Perfect. So this audio-driven customization is quite impressive. I have to say this is really a great model they're presenting here. But how can you use the whole thing, and what are the requirements for your computer if you want to install it? For this, we'll switch to Hugging Face and take a look at it. You can use it with Hunyuan's Playground. You can also use it with a German email. The login interface is a bit Chinese, but it works. Now I'm trying it with this image that I'm making for the music video of Boss Panda and Banana Girl, which will be in one of the next videos. Friends, it's going to be gigantic. And let it generate with sound, and then we'll test it. Let's see how long that takes. It's a pity that it didn't work with the playground. I would have liked to test it. Now I really have to wait until I can get it running locally. The technical requirements are 24 GB of RAM, and you should have 32 GB of RAM. Let's hope that FramePack takes this as a basis and builds a GUI for it so that we can use it with 6 GB VRAM. I've linked how to install it for you. You can install it via GitHub. I've linked that for you. There is no Hugging Face playground. You now only have the option to use it via their playground on Tencent Hunyuan or to install it locally. When is it like Pinocchio, as if FramePack uses that as a basis? I will keep you updated on that. I'm waiting for it just like you are. Friends, the cappuccino tastes like rapid speed. We are approaching a top one-click video solution with incredible speed. To generate a video, directly lip-synced, directly dubbed in high resolution with an image. Wow. What is your opinion on Hunyuan Custom? Feel free to write your opinion in the comments. Friends, I have to change my store announcement at the end. Therefore, there is now a new closing sequence, which states, "Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Good luck."